Update 1 on Tropical Storm Dolly, which is located in the Gulf of Mexico, about to make landfall in Mexico as a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm, down from 50 just an hour or two ago, with a pressure of 1004 millibars, marginally deeper than it was an hour ago. It's down from 1005. Its position's 22.0 degrees north, 97.0 degrees west as of 9 PM UTC, September 2nd, and the storm's expected to move inland within the next few hours. It may even be only a matter of 1 or 2 hours before the centre of the storm moves inland. Already the effects being felt in Mexico, of course, and weakening, of course, is expected as it moves inland, and dissipation is on the cards probably before Thursday, at least local time. So we have tropical storm warnings in effect. Obviously we could see some heavy rains from this storm too, as well as those gusty winds. Cabo Rojo to Barra El Mequital in Mexico currently exhibiting tropical storm warnings, or possibly exhibiting tropical storm conditions, which would make sense. The storm's going to move inland, of course. We'll see on the satellite imagery just where the most potent part of the storm is, with the heaviest rainfall, but winds, of course, of tropical storm force to be expected all in that area. Sea surface temperatures remain very conducive for development, for whatever that's worth. Obviously the storm's moving inland, so sea surface temperatures take less of a role, but 30 degrees or so. Certainly looking for our next storm as well. If it does reach Cuba and the eastern Gulf of Mexico, it will be pretty strong, or rather the sea surface temperatures will be pretty high. Looking at the wind shear, low to moderate in general around the storm, higher amounts towards the south, and in terms of water vapour, a little bit of dry air in the central Gulf of Mexico, but not much really, and the storm won't have any problems with that though. As I say, moving inland, so most of these conditions will be irrelevant. So these are what the computer models say for the intensity. 1 or 2 models predicting just a little bit of a stronger system moving inland, but that looks exceedingly unlikely now. I think it will be weakening all the way in. As you can see, these models have slightly dated, maybe 6 hours or so. So the storm has moved towards the coast quicker than expected. The crosses on those lines there, the red and the blue one in particular, show midnight tonight, still being at its current position right now, so the storm has gone ahead of schedule. Wind shear is expected to rise as it moves inland to the high range by the end of the week. Sea surface temperatures are always going to remain warm. It is unlikely the storm will move into the eastern Pacific, where we have Tropical Storm Norbert now as well. Looking at the relative humidity, that's remaining fairly high too, moderate to high, 70% plus over the next 5 days, but we're seeing dissipation with the storm in the next 36, perhaps 48 hours if it keeps going. So the latest satellite imagery tells the tale really, the storm moving towards the coastline quicker than expected, as I say, and the heaviest of the thunderstorms or rainfall are towards, just a tad towards the south of the storm, towards the southern end of the warning area, which pretty much ends at that little bit that juts out where the storm is just north of right now. So it's going to make landfall there and move inland over the Mexican terrain, and obviously it gets mountainous as you move inland, and drier of course, so that will certainly impede the storm's progress and dissipate it completely before long. But of course in that time we may see heavy rain, which will lead to flooding and mudslides possibly. Certainly something to watch out for if you live in this area. As of September 2nd at 9:30 PM UTC, Dolly and Norbert are both active on either side of Mexico. Doesn't that remind you of last year when we had Ingrid and Manuel? But not as strong, of course, either of them. Invest 90W also located in the Western Pacific near the Philippines, but not likely to form yet. 52 tropical storms have formed so far in 2014 worldwide. 26 of those, exactly half, have become Category 1 cyclones with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, and 15 have become Category 3 cyclones, winds of 115 miles per hour plus, catching up to previous years already, still with over 3 months to go. You can visit Force 13 on any of its 6 outlets. The website, force13.com, is the main place to be for all that's going on storm-wise. around the world. Of course, the video pages, YouTube Daily Motion, will keep you regularly updated with any current situations such as this. And Twitter and Facebook on the social platforms, just search Force 13 on those, at Force 13 on Twitter, and you can speak to me personally on Skype, just add Fool 13 for tropical weather chat on there. You can also visit the control room, which has a more visual representation of what's going on in the Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific, Western Pacific opening soon, and the Force 13 forum, where you can speak with fellow storm trackers on there too and discuss the ongoing tropical situation and beyond. That's all from this storm at the moment. Next update, if necessary, will follow in 24 hours time, but it's probably unlikely.